friends. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Finding a therapist can feel challenging. Finding the right therapist can feel even more daunting. In this video, we're going to outline that process, what that looks like, where to get started. My name is Raquel Perez, and I am a licensed professional counselor candidate in the state of Colorado. Let's go ahead and get started. Last week, I posted a video about that very first therapy session and what that therapy session can look like and what to expect so that we can walk into that space with confidence. But what if we haven't found a therapist to work with yet? Where do we even start that process? A very good tool and a very good place to start that process is by using a therapist directory. Now, there are a ton of therapist directories out there. And when I say a ton, I mean a ton. But here are 5 to get you started. Now, these 5 therapist directories are Psychology Today, Therapy Den, Zen Care, Therapy Tribe, and Good Therapy. Now, again, these are only 5 to get you started. There's a ton more out there if you don't find what you're looking for in these, but I think this is a good place to start. When you're looking at these therapist directories, some of them are going to feel a little bit more crowded than others. The space is a little bit more crowded. There are more therapists to sift through than in other sites, but all of them are a good place to start. All of them are also going to have filters that we can use to weed out some of the therapists that aren't going to be a good fit. Now, these filters can be used from the location, in other words, the state that we're in. We can filter for insurance providers and which therapists accept the insurances that we're looking for. We can filter for individual therapy or couples therapy or family therapy or group therapy. We can filter for anxiety, for depression, for sex therapists. We can filter for just about anything that we can think of. And that's going to help narrow down our search so that we're not sifting through quite so many therapists. Once we have narrowed down our search to a few therapists, we're going to notice that there's a complete profile for each therapist and there's a bio for each therapist. I would say take a little bit of time to look at their profile, to read their bio, and to get to know them a little bit better. Maybe there might be a website that you can visit to read a little bit more about that therapist. Now, this is going to allow you to get a little bit better idea of this therapist, their modality, their style, the way that they show up in the space, so that you can start to narrow down your search even more. I think that having a list of about 3 to 5 therapists that you end up with is a pretty good number to have when it comes to this next step. So the next step is going to be meeting this therapist, whether it's virtually or in person, and seeing what that feels like with this individual in particular. Now, most therapists are going to offer a free 15 to 20 minute consultation. Use it. This is free time that you get to sit with this therapist to see what that feels like with this individual in particular. During this free 15-minute consultation, the therapist should provide some information about how they show up in the therapeutic space, about their style, about what you can expect in working with them. So some brief information. There should also be some time left for you to ask any questions if you think of anything during the course of your conversation. Now, again, this should be a list of about 3 to 5 therapists that you're going to set up this free consultation with so that you can narrow down your search even more. Once you have that free 15 to 20 minute consultation with each of those therapists, then that can help you narrow down your search even more. Now, the last thing that I will say about this free 15 to 20 minute consultation is that you should be checking in with yourself. Go with your gut Our gut is a very good indicator of how our body is feeling while it's sitting with this other individual. It's a pretty good guide about if we're jiving with this individual or if we're not quite jiving with this individual, and follow that. Again, remember, the therapeutic space, it should feel safe and it should feel comfortable. And sure, this is going to be the very first meeting with this person, so it might feel a little bit awkward, it might feel a little bit clunky, but overall, you should be getting a pretty good gut feeling about somebody that you're wanting to work with. Well, friends, that's all I have for this video. If you have found it useful or helpful in any way, please hit that like button down below. If you want free mental health content and resources provided to you on a weekly basis, hit that subscribe button. If there are any comments or questions that are coming up for you, please put them in the comments down below. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.